like and subscribe. Help your boy break away from that 9 to 5. My name is KP, and I'm coming to you on behalf of Sacred Self Healing Center, where the heart is the center for healing. Understand that when you come here, this is Spa Day for the soul, chicken noodle soup for the spirit, and Manny and Petty Day for the ego. Understand that when you come here, this is a hard hat area, and self development is the construction site. So, with that being said, if you would like to inquire about any of my services, you may do so by checking the description box below. In addition to that, if you would like to donate, support the channel, you want to know what Oracle cards we got, whatever, all of that information will be in the description box below. Okay, we're going to get started with the collective reading, what's coming towards me in love. We're going to have a two-part reading. The first part is going to be um, for singles, right? What's coming to me in love from a singles uh, perspective and a reading. And then we're going to do what's coming towards me in love for those people who are in, relationships. Uh, Once we are done, we will open up the floor for free and donation based readings. At any point, if you would like to be added to the list to receive a free and or donation based reading, only thing that I ask is that only thing I ask is you wait patiently and you you know show reverence to what we got going. All right, so if you want to be added to the list, only thing you need to do is type I am and then type positive affirmation that correlates with that I am. Okay, my palms is itching. All right, so hopefully that means something good is about to happen for me because I need it. I need it in my life. All right, so my bad. Let me reset the energy on the table. Let's go ahead and get to the car. All right, so since this is indeed a love reading, what I'm going to do is start off with a couple cards from the Love Oracle deck, and then we maybe can get more information from tarot, and then we're going to get best course of action on how to move forward with whatever said thing we need to move forward with. All right. Here we go. What up, y'all? I see y'all coming in. Double tap that screen, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. Donate to reciprocate. Remember, everything that you donate goes directly to food, shelter, and water. All right, so my singles who wants to know what's coming towards me in love. Let's see what's going on. Let's see who, what, when, where, why, or how. Uh oh. I don't think that we should start from this deck. All right, let's start from tarot then. All right, that's cool. We can start with tarot. Okay, there we go. That way we can get a clearer picture about, you know, everything. We can see all the cards. Then you got my ashes all over the table. It's cool though. It's cool. We good. We in the building. All right, what's coming towards me in love? Okay, what's coming towards me in love? All right, so I won't be accepting reversals, only for the simple fact that I haven't reset the deck. So all reversals in this deck is going to be lingering energy from previous readings. Okay, so everything is going to be on this upright. All right. So the first thing we got in love, what's coming towards me in love, is the Four of Cups. Okay, so unfortunately, how I like to read cards is that the first card typically is like the introduction to the reading, or like just sets the theme for the reading. And it could change, but so far, what I'm seeing here for our singles is that we need to create some sort of emotional stability within ourselves. What I'm hearing is that well, the four of cups is indeed uh, balance and stability in the realm of the emotions, right? Or love life in a particular situation. Okay, so far for singles, it looks like healing is going to be in order. All right, proper planning. All right, proper planning is going to be of the highest order. We got the Five of Pentacles, being able to walk away. All right, being able to walk away. What up, y'all? Thank y'all for liking the video. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Come on in. All right, so then we got Page of Pentacles, Eight of Pentacles. Okay. Ooh, and then the Chariot card. Okay. So I guess we take these two cards, look at the opening and the ending, and then the rest of the four cards is like the meat and potatoes of the reading. What's up, Momo? All right, you got to put a to get added to the list. You got to make a positive affirmation out of the I am. Don't just say I am, but you got to put something with it. I am beautiful. I am strong. I am hairy. I don't know, but whatever you want. All right. So we asking a question on what's coming towards us in love. All right. So I was pulling from the Love Oracle deck, but I just didn't feel the energy. So I'm going to start off at least. Please wait till your turn before you post your question. So I'm going to start off at least with tarot, and then we're going to get to the Love Oracle deck. So off the top, what I'm seeing here is that Spirit is telling us to focus on healing right now. If you're wondering what's the hold up on your lover, um, what's the hold up on the life you want to live, etc. Well, when we ask the question, what's coming towards us in love, it looks like it's going to be situations or circumstances that's going to be um good for us to heal. The Four of Cups going into the Two of Wands, and then the Five of Pentacles is telling me that there's things we have an idea of we what we want and need. I wish I had a laser pointer. We got a so this card right here is telling me that we kind of got an idea of what we want and need, right? Now there is a chance that we're refusing to grow, is which I'm feeling. But also, there could be some other factors that's going on here that's preventing us to really create the stability that we think we want or need. And I think in order to move through this energy, we have to definitely we got to plan carefully. What I'm hearing is that our desires is very strong right now, like whatever it is, especially in love, like we want a lover, we need a lover, right? um but there's again a blockage, and I really think the blockage is us being an energetic match to the reality that we want, right? We say we want honesty, we say we want truth, we say we want this and we want that, but something is telling me that we are not reaching our potential yet. And I think it's because, again, we're refusing to see the truth about something, we're refusing something. and we are basically like after our last relationship or something like that, we really needed to strip everything down and really start over, right? Um, moving to the Page of Pentacles, the page is telling me that whatever is going on here in the file, whether it's like we was cheated on or whatever the case may be, we might be going through a period of loneliness, and that loneliness is going to teach us, right? We're going to have enough time to, how can you say this, we're going to have enough time to go back, listen, hear out some things. Of course, hindsight always 2020, but I recommend people always try to put yourself in other people's shoes too. Really, really study and figure out what went wrong in your last relationship and or previous relationships and get to work, right? The Eight of Pentacles is a call to action, right? So what I'm hearing is that there's things that we want in our environment that again we are not an energetic match for right now, whether we just need to heal, whether we need to go to counseling, whether we need to just learn some new things, broaden our perspective, change our perspective, whatever. But we definitely is being called to action, and the action is internal work, right? The man in the mirror. All right. And so out of the reading and you get to the Chariot card. The Chariot card is just saying that spiritual enlightenment and victory is ahead. And really in the love reading, what I'm seeing is that the person that we want, like that eligible bachelor, that sought out bachelor or that sought out bachelorette, we're close to being that. That Chariot card is telling me within days, weeks, months, within a few weeks, give or take, we can actually move into that energy of whatever it is that we want to be. However, we want to present. If we want to present as strong and wise and healthy and wealthy, whatever it is that we want to present as, we can present as that. But life spirit got a way of calling bluffs, right? And the better, the sooner, the faster you actually put in the work on yourself and become the one, the better, because life will fuck around and call you out on your bluff, and then you're gonna be sitting there with your palms wide open waiting for a handout. And that's all because we didn't take the time. We got the readings, yeah, we whatever, but we ain't really put in the work for real. We ain't really put in the work. All right, so let's see what's coming towards us in love. Okay, so we got the fantasy card. All right, it says daydreaming, imagining, fantasize. We got confusion card, uncertain, unclear, unsure. Okay, we got new beginnings or beginnings. It says try again, new direction, starting over. Pull three more. Another, we got a conflict card, clashing differences, incompatibility. Spying, secret admirer, information ways. Lastly, we have withdrawn, single, lonely, and solitary. So what I'm hearing here through these oracle cards is that we had a we might be coming out. All right, so what I feel as though is this is showing us the direction in which we have to heal in. So the direction in which we have to heal. What up? I don't know if I just missed the chat, but I see the lights going. I see some activity going on. So what up, y'all? Welcome in, Grand Rising. Um, what I'm seeing here is that we had somebody who's still lingering in our energy who seemed in the preliminary rounds to fit the bill of what it is that we want and needed. And that there was some things that gave us confusion, that caused uncertainty about who this person was, but we didn't get clarity on it, whether we didn't ask the right questions or whether that person lied to us or whatever. But I feel like they kind of assured us that we was going to have like a fresh start or a new beginning. I don't know if we gave an ex a second chance, or this is somebody who's mature and they speak a good game. But overall, I think what we being hung up on is the confusion and the conflict on how we ended the last relationship, or maybe two relationships ago, whatever, right? But maybe somebody was spying through social networks. Maybe somebody was like cheating, right? Maybe they was claiming to be hanging out with friends or talking to family members, but in reality they was cheating. And I feel like this situation and circumstance has left us withdrawn, right? And not only are we single, which is a good thing, right? You say, I don't want to be single. How is that a good thing? Well, it's a good thing because you're not stuck in a situation or a circumstance with somebody who you're not compatible with. However, what I feel as though is that I don't know if it's due to age or I don't know because Valentine's Day just passed. But what I'm hearing is that we starting to worry, we starting to get anxious, right, about being single for a long period of time. And uh I would definitely caution uh us to take our time with this. The worst thing to do is to be depressed, angry, sad, down and out, and then make a decision in the middle of that, whether it's a decision to go drinking or to go have a one night stand or just do whatever the wind, tell you to do. I think we need to be very conscientious and aware of how our how we respond to stress as individuals, right? Some people withdraw, some people shut down, some people just want to eat ice cream, some people lash out, some people need to talk, some people yell, some people scream. It ain't really no right or wrong answer per se, except for the fact that once we start getting on the path and start doing the work, uh we're gonna have to be able to change that behavior. We're gonna have to be able to show improve our behavior. Okay. So now I'm about to get to the best course of action. Um Maybe I'll do what's coming towards us in love for the committed ones now. But like I was saying, man, what's coming towards us in love is I think it's a moment of healing, a moment of realization. I think that the reason why we haven't been able to progress and move forward is because we haven't taken the healing serious. Like I'm not showing anything in the cards that's telling me that we go to the grocery store today and we gonna meet the one, or we go to Walmart, we gonna meet the one, or whatever. What I'm saying is that it's internal focus. What I'm saying here with the cards. All right. So best course of action for one is going to be the nine of wands, right? And that's the perseverance aspect of life. The nine of wands is a person who's bruised but not broken, right? Who might have lost the battle but hasn't given up on the war, right? If you notice, like he's barely standing up, right? He got a wrap on his head, but he's not really worried, right? He's using the wine to kind of stabilize himself, but he's not really worried about being tired, right? Being angry, being alone, being sad. What he's focused on is making sure that those wines reach the sky, meaning that whatever he desired comes to fruition. All right, and I'm gonna pull one more card for best course of action. Oh, well, I think that's it because I just dropped a bunch of cards. I will take one, three of wands. Okay, I will take that. All right. Matter of fact, since these cards jumped out, I'll take all of them. All right. So it was just three cards that just jumped out. So I'll take all of them. Four is kind of like my cutoff. If it's like five or more, then I reshuffle the deck. But if it's like four or less, then I take it as such. Okay. I take it as face value. So the first card we got here is the nine of wands, which is telling me we're going to have to dig deep and persevere through whatever this healing chapter is in our life. The third, the sec, this blah, blah, blah. The second card is the third card of the wand suit, which is growth and expansion with your desire. So after you have an idea, right? Second comes proper planning. Third is taking the first steps after the planning stage. And that's what this is, whether that's reaching out, putting in an application, following up on the application, getting a read and getting some coaching, whatever it is, this is indicating that we are taking those first steps beyond careful planning. All right. Uh, the third card that we have here in best course of action is going to be the Page of Pentacles. And again, we got the Page of Pentacles earlier, so I really feel like this is a very strong message, which is to study and show approve, right? It's one thing to be, oh, I got it, and I'm strong, and I'm this one, and I'm that one. But we not born with logic. Okay, we might be born with instincts, but we are not born with logic. Okay. So whatever it is that we want to manifest in our life, since this is a love reading, what I'm guessing is that this is either going to be the relationship and or the representation of the lover. Excuse me. And best course of action here is telling me that we need to study whatever it is that we want or need. We need to study it, right? And we need to leave our emotions behind when it come down to making decisions moving forward. I feel as there's nothing wrong with having this, with having emotions, but I feel like we've been too deep into our emotions lately, and we haven't been thinking clear. All right. So all in all, man, what a beautiful reading for the singles. All right. So let me go ahead and put that up. My little table dirty. Where did all this come from? I don't like all this little, well, it ain't dirty, it's just incense ash. But still, like, jeez Louise, get this away from me. I don't want my cards to be all ashy and stuff. All right. So let's go ahead and see what we got in store for the committed ones, okay? So just as a quick reminder, and as a, as a disclaimer, when I'm doing the committed ones, you don't necessarily have to be in a committed relationship per se, but you could have been dating for a while off and on. You could be entertaining the ex. But this, what I mean by committed ones, is that this is a situation or a circumstance where you have a strong connection to a person. You might be able to honestly say that you love that person. You see what I'm saying? Or you see a future with a person. This is not somebody that you just met and maybe y'all been chatting on Instagram for a couple days and then y'all exchange numbers and maybe y'all went out once or twice, but y'all really just don't know. No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about something with some, maybe we got a year in, maybe we was talking about moving in together, but somebody got caught cheating and like real situations. You know what I'm saying? Real situations. All right, so let's see what the love oracle got for committed ones. Okay, I'd rather say connected ones. All right, so the first card that we have here is pride, arrogance, ego, and stubborn. Uh-oh. So I wonder if somebody is going through a fight right now in their relationship and somebody is refusing to real I was gonna say refusing to see something, but realizations came out. So I guess it's the same thing, right? Epiphanies, understandings, and awakening. So I feel like maybe we've been trying to hammer home this point for a long time and it's not getting there, or maybe what I really feel is though is our partner is just not saying whatever it is that they have to say. What up, y'all? See, we got 5 people, 4 likes. Thank y'all. We on the collective reading for the connected ones, whether it's an ex or a lover or whatever it is. What it it's somebody that you really got a strong connection to. Okay. So the next card is the ecstasy card, chasing thrills, excitement, good time. So we got pride, realizations, and ecstasy. All right, so we got a thrill seeker here because after the ecstasy card, we got the lusting card, forbidden, non-committed, and sexual energy. So we're dealing with somebody who's very prideful, right? Somebody who's failing to see the call there's someone who's failing to see how their actions is affecting people. Now, whether they don't care or whether they have the inability to just see it, that doesn't determine whether they're a good person or a bad person. It just says that they need help, okay? So foundation, established family security, okay? All right, so maybe somebody is cheating and they doing it out of anger, right? This foundation card is telling me that this is a situation that's been going on for a long time, and the person doesn't necessarily want to break up the established relationship, but because of pride, maybe because they weak, right? But we got the abandonment card, left out, walked away, and cold. Okay. So I don't know, man. This is very, very interesting here because again, this pride is telling me that somebody is being very stubborn and they're either failing to change their ways or they refuse to change. But either way it goes, we ain't got no time to wait around and see, right? Ecstasy, lusting is telling me that these people have an unquenchable thirst, and it's not just because they have a high sex drive or whatever it is, because it could for different people it could be drinking, it could be smoking, whatever. But it was whatever it is. It's not only because they have a high drive or a high capacity. It's also because they're addicted and they are weak to the impulse. All right. Like this foundation is also telling me that whatever this thing is, whatever this prideful thing is that's disallowing them to change, this is something that's deeply rooted in them. And so what I really feel is though, even though that these characteristics that this person is showing is like trauma response, right? Like if they was normal, if they was healthy, they wouldn't be doing this. But I feel as though we might have reached our capacity in which that we can't see this person or help this person any longer, or we can't wait around for this person to change. And that's the case, then I don't think that we should just feel cold and abandoned because we can't have a aha moment or epiphany or understanding with our partner. Thank y'all for liking the video. I think that if a person is making us feel isolated and alone, abandoned within a relationship, then we need to go ahead and jump ship and hop out of that relationship. Okay. So this first couple cards I'm going to pull is going to be just an adept pull to see who, what, when, where, why, or how, to see if there's any more information that we can get about the situation. What's up, love and light? Welcome back. Can I get some green hearts in the chat, y'all? I know it's a couple people here that don't know what the green hearts mean, but it's all good. Okay, so we got the Queen of Pentacles here. So what I'm hearing is that there's a feminine energy. It could be a woman, but there's a person who either they love money, um and they created some sort of stability. Maybe they used to spend a lot in their early years, but money is here. And gift giving, something about gift giving, maybe somebody give to cover up flaws. Maybe some people use money to provide a sense of security in order to cover up insecurities within themselves. We got Wheel of Fortune. So this is definitely somebody who leads with money. Okay. This is somebody who leads with money and ends with money. They rather spend money than to think hard about a problem. Right. And what did I say? Think hard, right? Six of Swords. I mean Nine of Swords. Boy, am I drunk. Nine of Swords. All right. So this person, either you or this person has had enough. Again, like I said, I keep saying it. Somebody has had enough. Maybe they got enough of you trying to fix them or correct them. Maybe you've had enough of trying to fix them or correct them. But I feel like, again, with this abandoned card, I feel like it's time to say enough is enough. I'm not. I hate to break up, homes and stuff like that. But when you're not getting the results, you got to do what's best for you, right? If you've been with a person 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 years, and they ain't changed, I want to know: can you wait another 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 years for that person to change? Or what if in the next 10 years they only change a little bit? Right? Or they do the thing where they change for a couple days and then go right back to themselves. And then they might change for a week and then go back to themselves. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think that we really got time for that these days, man. I feel like between healing, between growing, between saving money and chasing dreams and working hard and raising kids, we ain't got no time for no extra bullshit, especially for the bullshit that we didn't sign up for. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no time for the extra bullshit. All right, double tap that screen, y'all. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. It's standing up too. All right, so we got the tower on the bottom. All right, that might, to me, bottom cards might reveal like what's hidden or was like far away. Oh, Emperor card. Okay. So best course of action is the Emperor card. It's time for us to gain power and stability, especially on the mental plane. I'm gonna pull one more card. Two of Swords. Well, thank you for that donation. That just surprised me. I wasn't expecting that. Thank you. Um, The Two of Swords. Okay, so we got heavy air energy here with the best course of action. If we have been indeed dealing with a toxic situation where a person is prideful, because I've dealt with situations that even when a person do change their perspective and they understand what I've been trying to get them to understand, they still got to get the last word, or they gon' or like they understand but they wait till they're not angry to change, or or they make the changes and don't tell you. But then they get mad at you. Then they get mad at you if you don't notice the change. You know what I'm saying? Like, now you can't expect me to not be mad no more because you just tell me to stop being mad. You know what I'm saying? Like if we are lovers, right? And if it get to the point to where I'm actually mad, then obviously it's something real, something strong. And I don't know, man. To me, it just, I don't know. I just think that a lot of people would benefit from nervous system regulation, meditation, stuff like that, man. But anyways, the Emperor card again is telling me that we need to gain control. We need to regain stability. Whenever you see the four in tarot, always think four legs on the table, right? You can't hold nothing up, meaning that you can't progress in life unless you have some sort of stability, right? I always say, whenever you pray, whenever you meditate, whenever you do whatever you do and you get results, but you don't change the person within yourself, you just doing a spell, because you just doing a temporary spell, because the work that you putting in is not going to be sustainable over a long period of time. Because I can pray every day and ask for $1 million, say, God, I don't want to be broke no more. God, please let me win this lottery, right? But the moment I get that money and I do the same thing that I've done with all of the other money, then again, that was just me playing around with energy. I wasn't trying to make long term success. Now, don't get me wrong. We live in a day and an age, we live in a new age where we get a lot of just pray, just meditate, just visualize, and everything will be okay. That's cool, because again, you see results. It don't matter if you pray to Allah, it don't matter if you pray to God, whatever. People was seeing results and people was getting results. But the thing is, a week later, a month later, a year later, they right back asking for the same thing again. And the reason why is because they didn't heal themselves. All right. So it's not the fact that you keep attracting bad people. It's the fact that you have weak filters that allows bad people to get through. And if you would like some help on this subject, hit me up for a consultation. Because as a love coach, when I'm coaching singles, my goal is to help you to extract as much information out the person as possible to figure out if they're the one without committing too many resources to the situation, whether that's your body, sex, your mind, energy, stress, money, your finances, time itself, whatever it is that you catch yourself giving too much of without nothing in return. Well, I can help you. I can help you. I can help you, right? Some people say, I don't, I got a decent job. I'm okay. I don't mind dating a person with potential. I understand people lose their job. I understand potential, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. That's fine, right? But at what point do you put up some barriers to say, okay, I see this person has potential, but how can I test to see if they're ready to fulfill their potential? Sometimes it's a question that need to be asked. Sometimes you're going to be thrown in the fire and be faced with a situation and a circumstance that you only going to know what the end result is going to be after the end result happens. You see what I'm saying? So as a coach, as a love coach, I love coaching singles and I love to help people figure out how to get the most out of the situation to know, okay, should I actually go? Because my whole thing is that I've developed techniques to help you figure out whether or not this person even deserves to go on a date with you. You see what I'm saying? I feel like I know for a fact that there is certain conversations that need to be had, whether in person and or over the phone, before you go out on a first date. The first date is not the proper place to ask, when's your birthday? What's your favorite color? How many kids you want? Do you like to cook? Do you want to travel? Uh, do you want to live in a tiny home one day? Do you want to live in a tiny home village? Do you want to live in the suburbs? Do you want a farm? You see what I'm saying? These are all things that need to be established before you even go out on a date. If I can't figure out who you are and what your goals and aspirations is, I don't even know if we even need to out on a date, because dates is to build chemistry. Dates is to break the ice, to have fun, to build a bond without the pressure of it being too intimate, meaning one on one, right? In private, etc. Right? I don't necessarily mean sex. Okay, so in closing for this read, and I don't know how I got on that, right? But I know it's gonna resonate and it's gonna help somebody somewhere, somehow, somewhat. But in closing, again, for the collective of those who's dealing with a lover, whether it's a past lover, whether y'all been off and on, or whether y'all just on a break right now, whatever. If you got a strong connection to somebody, the best course of action right now, especially if they're exhibiting bad behaviors, is gain your stability. How do you do that? By getting back in tune with you, going into meditation, figuring out again, what do I want out of a relationship? What am I compatible with? What am I not compatible with? All of those questions, right? I could go on and on, but ask the questions. Is this person starting? It's been 6 months, it's been 3 months, it's been 2 years. Is this person checking off the boxes that I thought they would check off? Right? Or is this person just cute as a bitch? Right? Is this person just good in bed? Or is this person just know how to say the right thing at the right time, but they don't give me the full picture? All right. So again, leave the emotions behind, gain your stability, and make decisions based off of logic and reason. Okay. Again, we can't allow ourselves to be drawn into situations and circumstances, right, that we don't see the future in. All right. If we're not compatible, listen, when I talk about compatibility and love, that is very important, because the less you are compatible with your mate, the more you gotta outsource energy, right? Let's just say you and your mate, y'all attracted to each other, cool. But like one person is an outdoors type person, the other person just want to sit in the house and watch reality TV. Well, both of y'all are going to have to outsource entertainment, right? If I like to go hiking and I do it at least once a week, and you go with me like once every 2 months, then 9 times out of 10, I'm going to want or find somebody who's going to want to go hiking with me. And if let's just say if I'm a stay at home person that just like to scroll, right, for hours at a time, and my person isn't that type of person, well, I'm gonna need somebody that I can send these memes to. I'm gonna need somebody who can laugh at the things that I laugh at, who can help me. You get what I'm saying? So again, man, if you got a person who's not able for whatever reason to change their perspective, whether they being prideful or whether they ignorant, but we got the pride card. Um, if they being stubborn, if they this and they that, then guess what, man? We're gonna have to do what we gotta do, and we can't make a emotional based decision. I always tell people if you're ready to leave a relationship, then you need to ask yourself, did I do everything I could do, everything that I knew how to do? And when I was presented with a problem, did I seek solutions that I didn't have? And is there anything left on the table? Is there anything I should have said? Is there anything I should have done? Is there anything? And if the question is, if the answer to those questions is no, you did everything you could do, you asked for advice, you tried with your partner, you tried without your partner, you did this and you did that, and you still get the same results, then you got the green light to go, right? There ain't no regret, there ain't no karma, it ain't no nothing. Because if I always, especially the people here in the spiritual community, as we develop ourselves, we don't always find ourselves around people who's into the same stuff we are, because there's more people who's not into it than who is into it. So sometimes it take a while to find the people that's into it. But until then, again, we got to ask ourselves, am I doing everything I can do? And if so, then that's your closure right there. You when if you break up and you was to move on, that's your closure. You don't need any more closure behind besides the fact that I know I did any and everything that I could do to make this situation happen, and they didn't happen. They didn't want to talk. They put their hands on me. They kept accusing me. They didn't want to go to counseling. They kept cheating. They kept stealing. They kept drinking. They kept smoking. They kept drugging. Right. And I had enough is enough. Right. I had enough, and enough is enough. I said it wrong, but you got the point. Right. So we just got to do whatever it is we got to do to make it happen, Captain. You know what I'm saying? So I guess I'll leave the floor open for a few more minutes. If anybody would like any free readings or donation based readings, if not, then yeah, we good to go, man. I think I got the message out. I think I got the message out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to light some bay leaves as soon as I find a lighter, and I'm going to place the intention that everything that we hope, wish, and bargain for will come to fruition, and we heal and grow and become an energetic match to the things, the people, places, and things that we want. All right. Again, it's enough to say, "Oh yeah, I like tarot," or it's enough. It's not enough to say, "I like tarot," or "I like this," "I like that." Right? It's one thing to say, "I like basketball," but until you do the research and learn the rules and really get into it, then it ain't really much to talk about. So it's two parts that I'm praying for. One, that negative energy be removed, and two, we heal so we can match what it is that we want. All right. All right, it is what it is. So it's been an honor and a pleasure to be of service to you all, and I wouldn't rather be nowhere else but right here right now doing what I'm doing. So again, if you would like to inquire about like coaching or private reading or anything like that, call me, text me, email me. All right. I might just take a small break and come back live in a few minutes. because there is a few things I do want to, I do want to spend some time with the people, man. With these collective readings, I just be wanting to get them out and keep it pushing. But yeah, I will be back soon, man, with another one. So it's been an honor and a pleasure to be of service, and I wouldn't rather be nowhere else, but right here, right now, doing what I'm doing. Peace, love, health, and wealth. Anything else, put it back on the shelf. Why? Because I ain't buying it. And for y'all, for those who's new here, what I mean is that, man, if somebody offering you anything other than peace, love, health, and wealth, then don't let them convince you. I don't care if they tell you it's half off. I don't care if they tell you it's free. If it's not something that resonate with you, then don't allow it to. Peace, love, health, and wealth. I'm out.